Good morning, dear children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Staying safe at home, isn't it? Take care of your health always. And now, welcome you all for the video classes once again. Hope you have enjoyed the videos sent by Mr. Fanikumar sir, and I've got very good responses for all the assignments that you have done. And I couldn't send the videos due to some health problem, but I think you have completed the first lesson, C.V. Raman, the Pride of India, and understood it well. And the objective test also, many of you have done very well. I really congratulate everyone for writing the test so well. We didn't complete the textbook exercises of C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. Now we shall just revise once again the textbook exercises today of the C.V. Raman, the lesson, the C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. Okay, children? So we will complete all the textbook exercises. Then we will go with the next, that is the poem of this unit. So let's start the textbook exercises of the lesson C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. Okay, children? Okay. The questions given over here. The first question, why was Raman happy when he learned that Professor Compton had won the Nobel Prize? So why was Raman happy? So Compton effect was about the X-rays. Raman thought if Compton effect was true, his research of light must also be true. So thus he was delighted to hear the news that Professor Compton had won the Nobel Prize. Okay. Now what does the Compton effect tell us? The Compton effect tells us that the nature of X-rays changes when passed through matter. It changes according to the kind of matter. Okay. Now what was Raman's advice to young scientists? Raman advised young scientists not to confine themselves to their laboratories. Okay, not to restrict themselves to their laboratories. According to him, the essence of science is independent thinking and hard work. So, Raman advised young scientists not to confine themselves to their laboratories. According to him, the essence of science is independent thinking and hard work. Okay, children. Now, which paragraph tells us about the ill health of C.V. Raman? So, if you look into the lesson, in the seventh paragraph of the lesson, it tells us about the ill health of C.V. Raman. The para starts with Raman was born and it ends with Presidency College in Madras. Okay. So, this paragraph tells us about the ill health of C.V. Raman. Now, what was the challenging situation when Raman started his experiment on light? So, Raman took up a job in the finance ministry on the wish of his parents, but it did not flag his interest in science. He used to spend his time after office in the association lab working throughout the night. So, that is the answer for this. Now, what was the unseen force working behind Raman for reaching great heights? The unseen force working behind Raman for reaching great heights was his, confidence, dedication and hard work in what he tried to discover. And his confidence was that he could discover with some modifications in his equipment, and using the limited facilities made him very great. So that was his unseen force. Okay. Now what was Raman effect? What was Raman effect? Raman effect was that light changes its nature when passed through a transparent medium. It was his discovery of new radiation. So what was the discovery which described the behavior a beam of light passing through a liquid chemical? So it was his discovery of new radiation. Raman effect was that light changes its nature when passed through a transparent medium. Okay. And if A.H. Compton had not invented the Compton effect, do you think Raman would have invented the Raman effect? Give reasons for your answer. Now, see, even though A.H. Compton had not, if A.H. Compton had not invented Compton effect, Raman definitely would have invented the Raman effect, because his experiments on lights were already in progress by the time Compton effect was out. So it might have taken a little more time, because he was already in progress. He definitely would have invented the Raman effect. And in what way was Raman different from other Indian scientists? List them and justify your answers. So Raman was different from other Indian scientists. He was brilliant, but his health was poor. Okay, he was having ill health. But even after getting a job, he worked in the laboratory for hours together. He was inspired by the work of Professor Compton. He had a poor laboratory to work at, but yet he gave the world the Raman effect. Now, here is a question: if you were a scientist, what would you like to invent? So if you were a scientist, definitely you will have all this thing, and definitely you would, now at this pandemic situation, we would definitely invent the vaccine for coronavirus. Okay. Now, so all of you have understood this questions, isn't it? Now you have to write the answers for all these questions one time. Okay, here to the video and write once. So I will just give you the pick of all the answers. You see once and then write it down one time. Okay, children? The answers over here for the questions are given. Once again, go through it, learn them and write one time. Okay? Write one time in your notebook. Now, let us look into the next exercise. That is true or false. So children, look at these statements and say whether they are true or false. And we have to correct the false statements. Look at the first one. C.V. Raman was born in Calcutta. Is it true or false? Yes, it is false, because C.V. Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli. So where was he born? He was born in Tiruchirappalli. So you have to correct the statement. C.V. Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli. Okay, first one is false. Now the Compton effect was a discovery made by C.V. Raman. Now who made the discovery? Who discovered Compton effect? It was not C.V. Raman, isn't it? So it was Professor Compton. The Compton effect was a discovery made by Professor Compton. That is the true statement. So this is false. Understood? Now, Raman's mother was a college physics teacher. Who was the physics teacher? Raman's mother or Raman's father? Yes, it was Raman's father, not his mother. Raman's father was a college physics teacher. Okay, you have to correct this statement because it is false. Now, Raman was an average student at school. Is this statement true? This is also false. How was Raman at school? Raman was a brilliant student at school. Okay, children. Now, the next one is Raman studied how the drum could produce music. Is it so? Raman studied how the violin and guitar could produce harmonious music, not a drum. Okay, this is also false. So, Raman, what is the correct statement? Raman studied how the violin and guitar could produce harmonious music. Understood? The next one, Raman spent only 200 rupees to win the Nobel Prize. So, did he spend anything to win the Nobel Prize? That is not correct. So, what is the correct sentence? Raman spent 200 rupees to prepare the equipment for his laboratory to discover the Raman effect. Okay, so Raman spent only 200 rupees not to win the Nobel Prize but to prepare the equipment. Understood? So all these 6 statements are false and I have told you what is the correct statement. Now what is the next one? Raman was only 42 when he won the Nobel Prize. So is it correct? Yes, only this statement is true. Raman was only 42 when he won the Nobel Prize. So, children, all of you should write down all the correct statement. Whatever is false, write down the correct statement. This is also your assignment. You have to write the answers for the questions which we have discussed in this video, and also correct the statements and write down. Just true or false you write down, and what are the false statements, correct those statements and write once again. The first 6 statements are wrong. Go through the textbook, the lesson, and then write down the correct statements. Hear to the video properly. Okay? So in the next class we shall see the exercises of vocabulary. Okay? Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.